We have Town Councilor Barry Walters. We also have other fellow members of the Town Council. We have Mayor Sherry Cantor, Deputy Mayor Ben Winograd, Town Council Member Carol Anderson Blanks, and Town Council Member Tiffany McGinnis. And I believe that is all of the Town Council members we have. And then we have staff members, Town Manager Rick Ledwith, Helen Rubino Turco, Liz Basinski, and I believe that's all we have, and Jerida Reinheimer. So we will go ahead and move forward. And our first item is 2A, business item approval of minutes. So Mr. Committee Member, Mr. Walters, could I have a motion to approve the minutes from our last meeting?
I make the motion.
And I will second the motion, and without objection, the minutes are approved. So we'll move on now to communications, and item 3A is a resolution appropriating opioid settlement funds to support prevention programs and activities. So I will turn it over to you first, Mr. Town Manager.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And we do, as you said, have a resolution appropriating $25,000 in national opioid settlement funds. And through you, I will turn it over to our Director, Helen Rubino Turco, as well as our Assistant Director of Social Services, Liz Basinski. Is Liz going to take this, Helen?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I could start you off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to say, as you recall, we hired a prevention coordinator who started a few months ago, and she's been working hard, and we appropriated funds from these opioid settlements. As you may recall, a portion of these settlements, a large portion went to the state, and some of them went to municipalities. And we have an opportunity now for some events and some programs that our prevention coordinator would like to do. So we're asking you for an additional appropriation to help cover some of those activities. And if they are not all completed, then the funds will carry forward to the next year. But Liz Basinski, our Assistant Director of Social Services, can explain a little bit more about what those programs are.
Sure. Good evening. Hi, everybody. So to follow on, you can see in our notes, there's several activities and events that we have planned coming up in the next couple of months. Focused on prevention. The National Opioid Settlement Funds have a wide range of available uses, one of which is prevention. We plan to do many programs and activities going forward, including the Youth Skate Night that we've done several times, which has been very successful. More than 200 youth turnout at Veterans. It's a great night. And then we've got some wellness fairs. We're going to do something in May around National Mental Health and Awareness Month and Prevention Week in May. So these funds are just going to be on hand available for us to purchase some giveaways and things that we might need materials to carry off those events.
Great, thank you. Does anybody have any questions about this resolution? I think this is on our agenda for tomorrow night's town council meeting. So if nobody objects to this resolution, we will give it the committee endorsement and send it along. Thank you so much for your good work. And I was reading through some of the activities and feels like it's got a wide berth of activities to reach a wide variety of people who need this outreach. So thank you for all of that. All right. We'll move on to staff reports, and the first item is a library update. Do we have somebody available to give a library update tonight?
We do not, Madam Chair. So Laura Ermsher had a library board meeting tonight, so couldn't attend our committee meeting. Laura uploaded her report for the committee, and you can see some of the things that are highlighted in that report. The one thing I wanted to highlight, and Laura had asked me to highlight, was the Noah Webster Library hours right here on South Main. We're now open on Sundays, Sunday afternoons from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and that will be through May 5th. Laura will join us at the next meeting, and she will be ready to discuss our Fine Free program as well, which I can say anecdotally is going very well, but she can give us a more formal update at our next meeting. Through you, Madam Chair, I'll turn it back to you.
Great, thank you so much. And I just wanted to state for the record, we did get a communication from Councilwoman Fay that she's having trouble logging on. So hopefully she can get that technical issue resolved. So we will move on to 4B, which is the Leisure and Social Services update, and I'll turn it back over to Helen and Liz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So just to dovetail on the work that our prevention coordinator, Gretchen Levitz, has been doing, a lot of the work she's been doing now is has been speaking with various stakeholders, and she's really developed, including our CERT team, and she's really developed a whole bunch of different trainings for area businesses, also in collaboration with our Economic Development Office. So she's been hard at work, and the funding for the opioid from the opioid settlements will really go a long way. She's also exploring with Liz Basinski the possibility of the paperwork to establish a recovery-friendly community. So we are looking into that. That's something that other communities have done, and so we're that's one of the items that she's exploring over the next few months. So more to come on that. But as Liz mentioned, April is Mental Health Month, so we will be coming back to you with probably a proclamation in April, particularly to celebrate and highlight Prevention Week, which is the second full week of of May. And so we've got lots of activities each day that week, including a Tuesday proclamation from you, which we have done in the past. Something we haven't done in the past, at least not for a while, is to, when I mean that, I mean like a decade, is to celebrate Social Work Month, which is in March. And I know March is a busy time with the budget, but we're hoping that perhaps the second meeting of the month we can, or the first, it depends on the town manager and you, Madam Mayor, if there's a possibility of a short proclamation just to celebrate the work of all of our social workers, including our police liaison social worker, which, as you know, has been, and Liz will just talk a little bit about her too, just has been now with us for 2.5 years, Liz. She's in and really has become an integral part of both teams. I also wanted to highlight that because Liz is on staff, we've really been able to explore other interesting different ways of getting grant funding. And Liz has tracked numerous grants, and including one from the United Way, which came to our attention. You know, these are not huge grants, but they all add up. They all contribute to helping us provide a quality of life for and assistance for our residents. So one is the United Way support. We were able to, through funding from United Way, it's a small amount, $3,000, but we were able to really give it some cash assistance to 6 different resident families that social services identified, and they got gift cards from the United Way. In addition, she's working on the Emergency Food and Shelter Program. Liz, did you want to just talk a little bit about that? We've received funding from them in the past, as I understand, and you're working on some additional funding.
Sure. The Emergency Food and Shelter Program, shorthand EFSP, is a federal program. They don't follow a calendar year. It follows federal budget appropriations. West Hartford received funds probably 12 years ago. Last year, we were able to reapply for funds. This goes to rent and utility assistance for residents who are eligible. We were able to get just under $5,000 last year, which we used to support, I think, 5 residents. We will be applying for the next phase, which is coming around. I will be asking for more than $5,000, but we'll hopefully end up with $5,000 again. So these are just, different federal opportunities or local opportunities that we can see to help offset some of the support that we already provide through Town That Cares.
Thank you.
I will just note, Helen, the United Way Fund, since I wrote this for